All right, so I'm getting many people don't have patience, and who wants to actually wait? Nobody really likes that, no. However, you know that it's necessary, so you double down on that and you just chill. You just relax. You just, I have to be patient. This is a part of life. I'm not going to let it like disturb me that much to where I lose track of thought or track of attention to what matters. And because you have found a way to be content in your patience, you deserve so much more. This is the message from Spirit. They just want you to know that your patience has like opened a door for you to more, because you are so, I heard you're such a responsible soul. You're such a responsible soul. You have broken ways inside of you that were not healthy for you. You broke them. Like a curse breaker. You are a curse breaker. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You are a curse breaker. You have broken ways within inside of you that used to actually control you a lot. Like you used to be controlled by your ways until you realize that you can control your ways. See, you gained control. You took the wheel in your life. You said, "No, I'm driving." You didn't let your emotions that were out of order control you. You didn't allow that to happen. So you took the wheel and you started driving, and you switched lanes. Like, excuse me. See, that's what I'm feeling here. So your patience is a blessing, because if you really think about it, the things that are of most value, you have to wait for them. They're not like quick. They don't come fast. Things that are most valuable, you must be patient for. But when you're patient for these things that you should wait for, the value is just, it increases. Like an investment, a long-term one. You invest and then you just chill and you just wait. You're not looking at it every day. Just let it, let it go. Then years later you look at it and you're like, wow, look what happened. It's amazing. So I feel like it's the same thing. And when you invest in yourself, okay, now I'm getting something else. Okay. So there's a lot of work that you did in the past. There's many things that you learned when it comes to your own life, when it comes to educating yourself, when it comes to skill sets. And so there's many little things that you know how to do because you put yourself in the position to learn. Now you know these things. So it's like everything that you learned in the past can be utilized in the present. And they could benefit you in a great way, because all of these things that you've learned, they actually work well together. They create a nice flow of energy that builds up a consistency that lasts. Okay? And that's where patience is coming in as well, because you are patient enough with yourself to learn these skill sets and these, I heard, tricks of the trade. You learn these things because you wanted to. You wanted to educate yourself. You wanted to sit down and focus. And it's like that time that you gave yourself. In that time, even though that you may have had weary days, and that's okay. But look where you've come. Look what you've gained from being patient and from allowing yourself to feel the weariness when you did, and rerouting those emotions to set the tone for consistent growth. That right there is a power, because sometimes people could get weary and not be able to pull themselves up out of that. And then they get stuck in a rut. But no, not you. You didn't do that. You just kept going. And this shows how valuable you are. When one has the ability to keep going, even when they're weary, That's a power. That's a power, and that just shows that this person's belief is so strong that they have the ability to reroute their thoughts when their thoughts are not benefiting them. They know how to do that, okay? So this is a gift of yours that you are worthy to receive. You have been deemed as worthy to receive this gift because you take care of the gift. You don't squander your time. You know that time is valuable. I heard many of you also know that here there is time, but in the spirit realm, there is no time. So it's almost like you train yourself to be on spirit time, on divine time. You train yourself to be on divine timing so that you don't pay so much attention to the time to where you become impatient. You pay more attention to the results that you want and the spiritual health that you need. I just heard. So now you have the power. Now you control time because you think that way. How simple. Maybe not to all of you, but the way Spirit just gave me that is like very simplified. I appreciate simplicity just because it's easy to express and it's easy to understand. And when anything is easy to understand, it's easy to retain so that you can assimilate it easier and be able to utilize it faster. Wow, I feel like I just connected all of the constellations of the moment. It was a spider web of thought. And it just was like, do, 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 do. But this is one of the greatest gifts, to learn patience in such a way, because things that you were so impatient about, you realize there's no need to be impatient. You just know, like, what's the point of that? It doesn't help you in any way. It actually affects you. When you start worrying so much about how long something is going to take, it really changes your mood. It can completely stop a person from actually moving forward when they start thinking too much in the wrong way. Okay? You've learned to change your thinking pattern, and this is one of the most beautiful abilities that you found on your journey. And I feel like in order for you to even get here, you had to be completely annoyed when it comes to being patient. There had to be a time where, it really got to you. In order for you to come up with a solution, patience is like one of the worst things to endure, because in many other aspects of life, especially now that we have tech, we get things quick. Everything is like real snappy, okay? So when you have to wait for something, it's almost like appalling. Like you feel disrespected. Like I have to wait. You feel a little entitlement can come through. Like, oh, wait for what? I have to wait. Now, under certain circumstances, like when many of you get locked up into the dungeon of feeling like you have to wait for someone who mistreated you because you want them to come back, I would never say wait for that. That's not something that you should be patient about. I feel just because you should, I'm never going to tell anybody to wait for somebody. You should always live your life because that person is living theirs and you have your life to live it, not to be waiting somewhere until you turn into a skeleton bone. Okay? No. We're not doing that. still live your life. But when it comes to like patience in, I heard life's necessities, like the essentials, like things that are actually worth waiting for, it's hard. So wait. So when you figure out how valuable it is to change your mind about being patient as you did or as you have, this is a perk now. This is a perk in your life. That's like a benefit to be able to think that way. Because so many people fall short and never get a chance to reap the benefits that they could have because they're impatient. They lack patience. It makes me think about my first apartment. If I was not patient the way I was and I was not calm the way I was, I probably would have never gotten that apartment. And it was like the best one. And I looked at so many apartments. I spoke to so many people. And it's like as soon as I walked into my apartment, I was like, oh, this is it. I knew it. It was no question. I knew that it was nice and it was the one. Because there was a lot of crispy places I walked into and I was like, why are you even trying to sell this to me? Why are you doing that? But sometimes you have to be patient. And I was patient because I was not about to just go anywhere just off the strength of allowing time to control me. No. Because I'm going to go where I'm comfortable. And I'm going to make sure that it feels right. Spirit got to vibe out with me inside in order for me to say yes. And that's to anything in life. That's how I move. Spirit and I, we walk in unison on the same step, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel like you all have found the art in that as well as I have, where you walk in tune with Spirit. You walk in tune with the Most High. So when it comes to your patience, you've learned it. And you've learned so well that now it's a benefit to you. It's a perk. Okay? It is something that will benefit you for the rest of your life. And it is also something that you can now teach to others. If you have children, you could teach this way to them as well. Because you'd be surprised at how much people have lost from not being patient. People have lost like their own energy. They've lost money. They've lost strong relationships that they could have had just from not being patient. There's so much loss in impatience. And I just feel like this is a conversation that not many people have. This is something that I often think about, but I don't think I ever said it out loud until right now. Because right now it's like new to my vocal cords. It was a thought. I don't think this is something that I've actually said. But it's true. And I just want you guys to know that for those who are having trouble in the area of patience, just know how powerful it is to learn patience and how powerful it is to align yourself with divine alignment as opposed to thinking about the time so much that it's almost like I'm just getting this vibe of somebody saying that they want to learn something, right? Okay, I just heard holistic doctor. Okay, imagine someone wants to be a holistic doctor, right? It's making me think about myself because Spirit is calling me to the forest, but I haven't gone to the forest because I don't know. I guess it'll happen when it's supposed to. But Spirit has been calling me to the forest. I've never told you guys this before, but they want me to go to the forest. Maybe I did tell you about that dream. I don't know. Maybe I did in one of those past readings. But they want me to go to places in the depths of the forest to find like natural treasure is what they're giving me. And that takes time. You know, it takes time. But if I were to say, no, I'm not doing that, it's going to take too long. If I were to say that, then I would rob myself of that experience. You know, I would rob myself. But I don't think like that. You see, I think about divine alignment. If the Most High wants me to do it, I'm going to do it. I don't care what it is. That's how much I'm in love with God. I'm in love with the Most High. I'm in love with myself. I am. I'm in love with myself. So if I know that there's something that I can do that will benefit me as well as those around me and the connection that I have with Spirit, I'm always going to say yes. So I don't think about time in the same way that many others will. I just know that when the time should come, it will. And I just stay there. And Spirit is saying that you guys have found a method to do the same, and you realize how effective it is in your life and for your stress levels. Because pay attention to, like, when you have to wait on a long line and you get frustrated, like, why is this line so long? Oh my goodness, you get frustrated. The temperature starts to rise. And then you want to, like, throw a bow, and somebody better not look at you wrong because you might snap on them. It's that those feelings when you know how not to overreact in those moments, and you find something to do to pass time, your whole energy will stay at such a level of peace that there's no room for disturbances. I just saw the little thing outside of the hotel door. It says, do not disturb. The little sign that you hang on the door. It's like, that's your energy. Like, do not disturb. But you're not in an energy of, it's more so you would be in an energy of consistent meditation, but not in an energy of angst, not in an energy of somebody better not look at me wrong or they're going to find out. You know, you won't be in that energy because you realize that there's no need for it. There's no place for it because you're feeling too serene. You know? So that's what I'm talking about. And for those who have gotten there, Spirit just wants to say congratulations, because that is a beautiful ability, because it leaves so much room for relaxation and like abundance in heart. It's like your heart is filled with love. You can't even be mad at certain things because it's like it becomes like insignificant. And even if you see somebody else get mad, it's gonna look funny to you. Even though you understand why they are, but it'll look a little funny to you when you realize how to control time. Because that's what it really is. You control time in your own world. That is powerful. And this is why you deserve every bit of blessings, every bit of abundance that you receive. You deserve it. Because you're responsible. You are spiritually responsible. Instead of being on man's time, you are on divine's time. And I'm going to end it there because it feels right. Everything you do, do it with love. Always remember the Creator is in you and the magic is too, because you're magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video.